Alright, so last episode we started off by taking on Barcelona in the Super Copa final, which we took the lead early on and scored a goal here to win it 1-0 against them with Fede Valverde in the first trophy of the season. We then made an emerging signing in Takefusa Kubo as a backup player in the team. We made a big impact in this series, you'll see here later in the episode. We took on LaLiga Madrid, in which was a game that we deserved to win, but as you'll see here in a second, we do get a 2-2 draw. Mbappe scored a great goal there, ball through to Saka, who levels it into the back of the net, but unfortunately, late in the game, they did get a goal back to get a 2-2 draw against us in this one here. But that just spurred us on. They take on Arsenal in the Champions League, and we absolutely annihilated them after getting knocked out by Arsenal in real life last season. What was Real Madrid, and we took them on here, and we absolutely, like I said, destroyed them. We stepped into this game looking for revenge, and we got revenge. An emphatic 4-0 victory with Courtois making a great double save here, by the way, to keep a clean sheet. Actually, it was a 3-0 win, sorry, to keep a clean sheet. And we took on Leganés in the Copa del Rey final, in which was a harder game than before, and it took until Takefusa Kubo scored an insane long shot later in this game. They then got a, classic FIFA rebound goal to get themselves back leveling it, but in the end, Kubo made the big impact, proving to be worth the money by winning us this trophy here with his 2 goals and seeing us lift in the Copa del Rey for the double being secured. Let's get into today's episode and hopefully win the Champions League and La Liga. And for our first game of today's episode, we're going to take on Liverpool here in the Champions League semi-finals of the first leg in the Bernabeu. So last episode we defeated Arsenal to make it through to the semi-finals. To get into this one, we also did win the Copa del Rey and the Copa and the Super Copa last episode, so we need to win hopefully the Champions League and the La Liga title in today's video to wrap up the quadruple for us this season. If we do win the quadruple, I think I'm going to call the series after one season and move on to maybe a Barcelona series up next. So drop in the comments down below if you think we should do that and move to Barcelona if we do win the Champions League this season. First of all, though, we have to get past Liverpool here. Let's get into this game at the Bernabeu and hopefully continue our amazing form we've been in this series so far. Can we get a quick start against Liverpool? We need to score first. Liverpool are always a team that Enquiries I hate playing against. Mainly because they always are just a jammy team to play against. Everything just goes their way. They have the EAFC look on their side. No matter the Crema that I do, no matter what team it is I play with against them, it's always going to be an uphill battle. Good defending there from Shermani. Courtois gets it out, not as far as I wanted it to be though, and Odegaard is going to head that straight to Salah. That's going to be blocked by Militao, going to be a corner for them. That should have been a counter for us, but somehow we're giving away a corner in that position. Odegaard through the centre. How has McAllister blocked it? Valverde has it, and we're somehow... Oh man. So I mean, that just sums up playing against Liverpool in this game. Just everything goes their way. Look at that. And they scored from that. That never happens in real life football. Valverde, Saka stabs it, Alisson saves it. The pass was meant for Mbappe there, but Odegaard being blocked by his own players. Odegaard hits it and somehow puts it wide there. Good stood up from Shermani. And Trent now against his former team can carry it forward and send it through to Vinny Jr. And Vinicius, and cut it back. Vinny, just look at the delay, man. Just, there's a 92 rated player there, and I told him to cut back, and it took an age to do that. Then he took it ages to get the shot away. According to the game, that's why I wanted to head that ball. Good challenge by Shermani. Valverde. Oh, the lovely play here. Saka. Can't get it to Mbappe though, he should have done no. Why not just head that? Why not just head that? Make it simple. Why try to kick that when the ball's in the air? Hopefully Camavinga recovered though, but now we're in a situation where we're going to have to get away, thankfully a goal kick. Vinicius. Odegaard, could he be the hero? Left foot, why did he go left footed? Everyone just was in the way. Vinicius. Odegaard, Liverpool's defence is just so insanely tight, man. Odegaard is going all the way through. Odegaard. Good steal there from Valverde. Got a lovely play here. Saka, of course, it's blocked though. Odegaard, Mbappe. Saka. Through to Mbappe. That should be onside. Mbappe does score. Finally. That was a great goal as well. That play there, and Mbappe was just onside. And Mbappe finds the back of the net there. Let's make a few changes. Let's bring on Kubo to try and just win this game later on. Let's bring on Pinho, Kubo, and also Brahim at cam, just to freshen up the squad a little bit. Brahim Diaz. Lovely play there from him. Why is Pinho coming short there? Why is he coming short there? Why is that making a run into the space that opened up? Someone explain that to me at EA, please. Why are you making players do that? There we go. Ball in. That's going to be onside to Valverde, the captain. I'm glad it passed it to Valverde because that's exactly what I wanted to do there. I saw Endrick was aside, but Valverde was making a run. So I still went for the pass. And thankfully the game for once had some IQ about it. And made Valverde go for it, not Endrick. And we made a score to winner here late on. It's a great cross. And Valverde takes it down, hits it. And puts us ahead. In a game we should have been ahead a while ago in. Head that away though. Oh no, thankfully Valverde controlled that. And there we go, it's a 2-1 victory at home against Liverpool. It wasn't an easy game. It wasn't a hard game necessarily. It was hard, not since that Liverpool were good. Just this game was holding me back for a long period of time. But thankfully in the end, goals from Mbappe and Fede Valverde see us go through. Well, they win the first leg. I'm going to sim the second leg to speed the episode a little bit because we should win away at Anfield anyway. But it was a hard-fought victory there in a game that just was an intense one to start the episode off with, to say the least. Our second team at home against Celta Vigo get a 3-1 victory with Endrick, Takefusa, Kubo and Endrick with a brace to get us the 3 points here. And as you can see in the second leg against Liverpool, picked up a 2-0 victory with the simulation results seeing us beat them. And it's going to be Inter Milan versus us in the final. They got revenge against PSG and back-to-back years are going to be in the final. The question is, can they do better against us? We'll find out later in the episode. We're now going to take on Barcelona in the league away from home at their home stadium. Obviously isn't licensed in the game. But I believe if we win this game, we are officially crowned champions of the Liga and we'll be crowned champions in our next game. As you can see, we're 10 points clear of Atletico. They play 2 games ahead of us. So if we beat Barca here, they're currently 3rd in the table. We should be crowned champions, I believe, in our next game. And both games we played against him hasn't done anything against us, which tends to be the case for some of the better players in the game. When you play against them, they tend to not actually do anything. It's always like the midfielders that are the most dangerous players, usually. Let's get defending there from his Bellingham. Looking for the ball over top to Mbappe. We can find Saka. Now Saka can return it into Mbappe. If he continued that run, we would have got to him. Mbappe blocked though, no handball apparently there. There's Vinicius. Got a bit of skill from him. Bellingham. Good play there from Vinicius Junior, who shoots and scores. 21 minutes in, Vinny Junior puts us ahead in El Clasico here. In a game that, if we do win, I believe we are guaranteed champions of the Liga. We've only got 4 games left to play after this one. We've got a sim. And next one, I believe, and then I'll play the final home game of the season where we should get the title celebrations. Vinicius here scores to make it 1-0. Obviously, this game isn't over yet, but a goal early on in this game for us, well, 20 minutes in isn't really early on, but it is considering the whole length of the game. We take the lead, and we look like a pretty strong team in this game so far. See, Barcelona haven't really done anything going forward. But I could do right here, straight from kick-off. It would not surprise me. Dani Olmo. And that's going to be Courtois, thank you. No doubt from Valverde. Valverde now, long shot opportunity for Fede Valverde. It's saved by ter Stegen. Trent good defending, has actually kept that in play as well. That was meant to go to Valverde, but I guess not. Fede Valverde, not Bellingham, wide up power shot, runs onto it, hits it. Bellingham almost scored an absolute screamer there. There's someone got the ball back off of Jules Koundé. Running forward here, so I mean, he's more attacking of a threat than Yamal. I'm actually more worried about just couldn't get forward than Yamal, because Yamal I can just do that against. Here's Lamine. Shot blocked there from them. They've not had a single shot on target just yet. Oh, Mbappe's wide open. The defence just nowhere to be seen. Mbappe squares it to Vinicius. Fortune. Nah. I'm aiming to the left side of the goal there. I was actually aiming like left middle. Why has it gone? Why has he hit it straight at the Stegen? To be fair. Saka. Oh, look, there's some Saka. Saka, low driven shot near post, but by Andreas Christensen to defend. Oh, look, that from Bukayo Saka. Inside to Vinny. To Stegen could save. It just didn't work out. I wanted him to spin Frankie de Jong and get a shot away, but he just didn't do so. Saka through to Mbappe, who should make it 2-0. There we go. And Barca haven't been in this game, so you know what I'm going to do after the celebrations and a replay. I'm going to sim the rest of it. I'm not sure it is. Sometimes when you play against the best teams in the game, they tend to just not be a challenge. Like Barca just haven't been a challenge. In the first game we played against them, fair enough that we got a 0-0 draw against them. We should have beat them. The second game we beat them in the Super Copa final, and this one here away from home at the El Clasico, or in El Clasico in their home stadium, we've run over them. Simple as that. They've had one shot on target. We've had 59% possession, and they just haven't been in this game. Yamal hasn't done anything. Lewandowski's done nothing. We've got a sim to the end, and it's going to end up being a 3-0 win with Valverde. Get the goal from himself late on. And up against Mallorca, a 2-0, second team and get a 2-0 victory of Jeremy Pino and also Mastantuono getting goals for themselves in this one here. See us, I believe, wrap up a league title with this victory here. And up against Sevilla here, we get a 2-1 victory. Mbappe getting a red card, but it doesn't matter too much. We've got one game in which we're going to sim before the final home game of the season, which we are going to play to lift the trophy in. But Bellingham gets a brace himself in this one. The Sears get a victory here. And up against Bilbao here away from him, we get a 2-2 draw with Valverde and also Saka getting goals to themselves in this one to get us a point against them here. And well, no matter the result at the end of this game here, we are crowned champions of the Liga already, so we're just going to get the trophy at the end of this game. I'm just going to show the goals that go in this game. I'm not going to show anything else unless there's something that I need to show, like a red card or something like that. But we're going to get into this one up against them here and hopefully see Valverde lift a third trophy of the season. Well, the second one actually, because Daddy Carvajal lifted another one. But his first trophy of the season is hopefully going to lift there and lift the La Liga title. Well, lift the Liga title, because it's La means the. Basically, it's just kind of like, you know, the actual way of saying it. But let's get into this game against Sociedad and hopefully beat them here. First touch is here. There we go. Saka. Okay, we do get through there just about. And Saka now inside. Saka shoots and somehow Romero makes a save. And Saka, though, pokes it back in. It was a weird goal to start the game off with, but we take it. Bukayo Saka puts us 1-0 up here against Sociedad at home. And there's like a weird fog in this game right now. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but I guess the flares have been set off in the stadium before this game. There's a very weird goal there. It just fell back to Saka, who pokes it in. We take it. And we get a 1-goal lead early on in this one. Beats Traoré. Fede Valverde. Back here to Ardagula, who can finesse him. Ardagula! That deserved to go in. That was a great strike from him. Zakarian. Back here to Morici. How has that gone back to him? Courtois has been chipped, and that's 1-1. Now back in this game. Also, the result doesn't really matter, but we want to win this game anyway. To Vinny, not Ardagula. And play that through to Vinicius Jr. to put us back ahead in this game. Vinicius Jr. does so. And well, if we do win this game, by the way, we stay undefeated in the league, and we become Centurions as well. We're on 97 points with 0 losses, and the lighting in this team is so weird right now. It's super dark here in the replay, and it's super bright in one corner of the stadium. I'm not sure what's going on with the lighting in this game, but we get a 2-1 lead here again, and hopefully we don't concede again in this game. Okay. Lovely football, Vinicius to make it 3. And Vinicius made it 3-1. We now have the 2-goal lead that I wanted in this game, and Vinicius gets a brace for himself. Going to get a hat-trick in this game. And you can see the Real Madrid fans going mental. Obviously, they're winning a quadruple, a treble here at least. If we don't win the Champions League, it will be a treble. And Vinicius, with a great finish there, makes it 3-1. We should have to see. Trent into Saka. And Saka here. And carry it forward, can cut inside. Hits it, Saka deflected off the defender. And we take the goal. It's going to be an own goal for the defender, I do believe, because, well, it's not. I mean, the shot was on target from Saka, you could tell, but that should go down as an own goal for whoever it was that did deflect it inadvertently into the back of his own net. He tried to just get something on it to stop it going in, but Romero had a good chance at saving that. In the end, he's ended up chipping his own goalkeeper and giving us a 3-goal lead in this game now. Going to be a 4-1 victory unless they get a goal late on here with Mariki, who shoots, and Courtois will save. And that should be the lead title wrapped up. We should get the celebrations here in a second. Let's cut to the trophy lift and then get into the Champions League final against Inter and hopefully win that one. Alright, so for some reason we didn't actually get the trophy celebrations. Usually, like, if you played the last home game of the season, you get the celebrations no matter how long ago you won the title. But again, they didn't give us a celebration. Interesting. We'll get straight into the Champions League final. The second man of the match with 2 goals. Obviously, one of them a little bit fortunately deflected off the defender, but we take it and we win the league title. No celebration, though, unfortunately for us. But let's get into the Champions League final against Inter and hopefully try and do what PSG did against them and dismantle them to win the Champions League. And for what most likely will be the final game of this series before we move on to a Barcelona Creme, we're going to take on Inter Milan here in the Champions League final. This said I wanted to do 2 seasons here with Real Madrid to win 2 Champions Leagues, but at the same time I kind of feel like I want to switch it up. You know what I mean? I kind of don't want to do the same team for 2 seasons in a row when I've already achieved everything there is to achieve. It's kind of just monotonous at that point. I'm just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it, but I could move into a different team, another fresh and newer challenge that I would enjoy more. Let's get into this one though. Up against Inter. Obviously, they've been in 3 Champions League finals now, including this one. They lost to Man City. They lost to PSG 5-0 last season. Now looking to get revenge. And so they're not to PSG out the Champions League to reach the final. But let's see if they can go one step further and beat us in the final as we got revenge of our Arsenal to reach here. Let's get into this one and hopefully end the series off with a big win in the Champions League. And also, by the way, yesterday I posted a 24-hour RTG on Ultimate Team. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. Where I actually made a new account and had 24 hours to put the best team possible. If you want to watch that video, feel free to do so. I've literally just posted it as I'm recording this. Let's see if we can get a quick start here. Ardagula, who we used in an Inter series last year, who was incredible for us. That's a good interception from Kalanoglu. Nicola Brella. Mr. Morde, Lautaro Martinez into Thuram. Back to Lautaro. Mr. Morde to Fantaram. He turns and shoots, but his fellow Frenchman blocks him. And Valverde, the captain, can head that away. And Mbappe trying to go through here. He's got Bastoni trying to stop him. Could have played through Saka there, but I wasn't too sure about the pass. Oh, they're trying to do a little flip-flop inside there. Just defending there from whoever it was that stopped us. How's Lautaro beat 2 challengers there? Lautaro 1-on-1 with Courtois good save. Fede Valverde. Oh, just couldn't get the pass away there. Oh no, that's going to be a goal into. Knew it. In to take the lead. 26 minutes in, Nicola Brella, the Italian, puts them ahead. They've got Rico Lewis on the bench, interesting. They've got some good players there on the bench. They've got Patrick Schick as well. But I feel like we should have defended that better. What a good go on, Mbappe. Go on. Score kick-off goal. Why not? Mbappe. There we go. We take it. We'll get the ball, actually. I'm not celebrating a kick-off goal. I'm not celebrating a kick-off goal at this stage, especially in the Champions League final. I'm really hoping FC26 or the kick-off goals don't happen like they do in this game, man. Like, it actually really annoys me when I score them and concede them. Like, it's not fun to score them. It's not fun to concede them. Like, it doesn't feel like I've earned the goal or, like, deserved to concede, you know what I mean? Either way, it doesn't feel like it's deserved, you know? Ardagula, I think you can beat another defender, Ardagula. Finesse, from Order. Wide of the post. There we go, Valverde. This time we get the possession of the ball. Lovely play here. Oh, it's lovely football. Mbappe. Can he make it 2-1? Mbappe back to brace. That football was incredible. That's the type of goals that I want to score. Quick link-up play in midfield, get it forward. Vinny does well to lure the defender out, make the space for Mbappe to run through. And Mbappe makes it 2-1, gets a brace for himself in the final. And is looking to win his first Champions League, so he didn't win one with PSG. He had to wash it as PSG won it after he left. And this season is looking to win one for himself and Real Madrid to prove that he is a player that people wanted him to be for Real Madrid. I say last season, in his first season, 0 trophies for him, but this season, a quadruple is on its way to Madrid with a win, the Champions League. We've already won the domestic treble, but a quadruple is what we want and what we need, not a kick-off goal. No. Just look at that, man. I literally defended that with Shermany, and he just didn't get the ball. He just stood there. And I tried to get him to pass the ball or whatever. We're going to do a deep dive. We're going to do a deep dive into the absolute just idiocy. I can't even speak. Stupidity. What just happened? Let's watch this again. Shermany intercepts it, right? He intercepts it here. What is the defender going to do in real life in this situation? They're gonna clear it. They're not going to take a touch. You know what I mean? They're going to clear it. But what does the game do? I tried to pass it first time. He takes a touch, and Lautaro Martinez gets it off him, and Shermany just kind of stands there. Meanwhile, Eder Militao in this time period, right? Instead of changing to a diagonal run to cut off this pass here, to cut off the ball, he runs straight. Right, he runs literally away from the ball until I control him, and by the time I control him, I can't even get close to the ball here. And all of that was stupid, man. From the movement of Militao, it's 2-2, I guess. Kick off goal for us, please, Vinny. That was meant for it. Why did it? Okay, that was meant for Mbappe, by the way. I just want you to know, that was meant for Mbappe. Saka for the hat trick, Mbappe. 5 goals in this final. There should have been like maybe 3, because 3 of them have been kick-off goals. 2 for them, 1 for us. But we score here at the start of the second half. Technically can't have a kick-off goal, but not the usual fashion. We've actually worked that around and done well to get here. But Vinny, Saka did as well. And then a great finish by Mbappe. And I would not be surprised if I concede the kick-off goal right here, right now. Here we go, Thuram. Lautaro Martinez. Wide to Pavard, who's playing down the wing for some reason. There we go, intercepts it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Smile lose possession. Mbappe. Oh, that touch, the quick step ruins me, man. I don't like the quick step in that position there. Like there, it's good to use that. Like Thuram utilised it there, but the quick step that I had, like you did there with Mbappe, was just ruined me, literally. Vinny. Mbappe. Into Vinicius. And it's 4-2. 6 goals now. We have a 2-goal lead in this game. It's a little bit more comfortable now. We can get a little bit settled in and be more one hand on the trophy now. And Vinny does well there. It's a great finish by him to make it 4-2. And we're into, I've scored 2 goals that I didn't do against PSG, but I conceded 4, 1 more, and it's the same amount of goals I conceded against PSG, which would be 5. I said I scored 2, so I've done a little bit better. Obviously, they've both been kick-off goals. No, the first one, I can't remember what the first goal was actually, but the second goal was the kick-off goal. Oh, no. It's just, honestly, man. It's just funny, man. It's funny. I don't know, what is that? I need to not lose my head, because I feel like I'm going to concede again here. There we go, Shermany. Brent. Saka. Mbappe. Love that from Saka. And again, Saka, great bit of skill. He shoots, and that's a great goal. That was an incredible goal. The finish is great, but the skills beforehand make that goal. I mean, the finish is world class anyway, but the skill to beat the defender first time and cut back in on his left, wraps it, siding it in, no stopping that. And well, I did think it was over at 4-2, but they got a goal again. Now we have another 2-goal lead in this game. The question is, are we going to see straight from kickoff again here? If we do, then thankfully we get the ball there. There we go. Antonio Martinez, ball through, Courtois come out and make the save. He's done so. There we go. Weirdly, but I feel like I would say that about most of the players in this team. I've used literally lower rated players, so I feel like I'm better than most of these players in this team. But there we go. The Champions League should be done. There we go. It's a 5-3 victory. Let's get to the trophy lift. And it wasn't a fun final, to say the least, in terms of like a challenge of Inter. They weren't a challenge, but the goals that scored were great. The Saka one takes, the top of the pick there. Well, let's cut to the trophy lift. And Madrid are well and truly back after this quadruple win here. And well, it's a familiar sight for Real Madrid, usually in the white, but obviously due to the Inter Milan kits, we couldn't wear the white kit, we had to wear the orange for the kit clash, because obviously both the kits are pretty much very similar, with a white and blue, and it would clash with the white of Real Madrid. But it's a familiar sight here. Real Madrid stepping up to lift the Champions League. This might be, what, their 17th or 16th? Something like that. I'm not too sure how many they've won. Like, I know it's like a good amount. But Fede Valverde, yeah, it would be their 16th. You can see 15 on the shirt there. I think it's their 16th here. Valverde lifts it, the captain. And that will wrap up the series. We're going to get into the menu and look at the stats and maybe have a Ballon d'Or ceremony at the end of the series. I mean, we're most likely will, considering we won the Champions League and we've got a few players that could possibly win it. Let's get into the menu, look at the stats, and then see if one of our players can win a Ballon d'Or at the end of the series here. And as you can see by the stats of the players, I'm a little bit disappointed in Mbappe. He's good in game, as you saw in that final, but he is great in game. I thought he'd score more goals than this because, well, in our last series with Napoli, in the first season, Kevin De Bruyne did better than him. A lot more, probably the same amount of goals and a lot of assists. And the second season, a 38-year-old, 84 rated Messi did better than Mbappe in the series in that season. So, and Chris Wood in our Forest series did better than him. So I've used a few players that you wouldn't expect to outscore or outperform Mbappe stats-wise, but they have done so. But you can see Mbappe 24-8, possibly will win a Ballon d'Or. Endrick with 20 goals and 1 assist. I do want to use him as a main first-team player in this series. So it might become like my final series of FC25. Not too sure. I definitely will use him a lot more in FC26 going forward, though. And Saka, you can see 17 goals and 11 assists. He came in and did incredible. He scored that great goal in the final. And Saka was incredible in this team. Kubo, 17 and 6. I believe majority of the goals are for us. I think he had 7 goals and 2 assists when he came in. He now has 17 and 6. Vinny Jr., 16 and 9. A little bit disappointed with Vinny, similar to Mbappe. Expected better from him in the series. It's a fun player to use. I will say he was good. We saw that in the final. He was great in that final there. But I feel like overall, I expected better from the likes of Bellingham, Vinny, Mbappe. They were good. Now, not get me wrong, they were great. But it wasn't like the 92 rated players I thought they were going to be. You know what I mean? I don't know what, it's like a weird, you look at Saka and 28 goal involvements is great. I mean, Mbappe's got more, but Saka's 88 rated. You don't put Saka on the same level as Mbappe in this game. But I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling that I have with them. But they did great. They were great players to use. Let's cut to the trophy lift. The Ballon d'Or ceremony if we do manage to win it. I feel like Mbappe should win it with 24 goals and 8 assists and a Champions League win to his name. Let's cut to the Ballon d'Or ceremony if we do win it and end the series on that. All right, so as expected, here we are in Ballon d'Or ceremony after we won a quadruple, and also we're also going to see it's going to be Vinicius Jr. winning the Ballon d'Or. Interesting, considering he had less goal involvements than Mbappe, but he is higher rated, so maybe that's why he has got it. But he does win his Ballon d'Or. I said at the start of the series, I did want to win Ballon d'Or with Vinny Jr., so that is achieved. That's why obviously didn't win it against Rodri in real life a season or two ago now. But Vinny Jr. gets his Ballon d'Or here, which was to see, and that's a great way to end the series. I don't think it would be Mbappe. I feel like Mbappe deserved it more with more goal involvements, etc. But Vinny Jr. does win it. That's going to call it for this series. You're going to drop a like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.